Let's talk American politics here because, as you know, the media is all in to do everything they can to try to break your spirit as a Trump supporter all day, every day. This poll, that poll, 500 people skewed this way, that way, all the rest of it. Remember, 12 days out from the last election, they said Hillary was going to win by 12 points. Now they've got Biden at 14, 15, 16. You know, I think Jesus himself will come back to vote for Biden. Get ready for that on CNN at some point. But yesterday on free-to-air television on NBC, they had a puff piece, an advertorial that paraded as a town hall of undecided voters asking Joe Biden questions. Now, let's roll through some of these things here because, guess what? They're not undecided voters. Here is the first person asking a question pretending to be an undecided voter.
Welcome to Miami, Mr. Vice President. I was born in Hartford, Connecticut, and I've been living in Coral Gables for the last 20-plus years.
OK, so note the date. Now let's go a little bit before last night.
We get 4 more years of Trump. Good luck. And good luck with the future attracting younger voters.
So undecided. Oh, there's another one.
Ismail Eliano, who voted for Hillary Clinton 4 years ago but has voted Republican in the past. What's your question for Mr. Biden?
Hi, Mr. Vice President.
How do you think this one's going to end up?
Things that Joe Biden said during his speech that resonated with me was, what defines America as possibility.
You reckon I can find a third one? Bloody oath I can.
Mateo Gomez joins us now. First-time voter who came to the U.S. from Colombia at age 2. Welcome.
Spent a lot of time in Colombia.
Thank you, Lester, for the introduction.
Yep, he's bullshit too.
If you had to pull the trigger and vote for someone tomorrow, how would you vote?
Probably Biden in this sense. It would be one because just how unpresidential the whole entire debate was.
3, James? 3?
Well, here's the question I have, Paul, for the guys at NBC and all of the people in the media there in the United States who all are so confident that Donald Trump is going to get steamrolled and wind up with about 12% of the vote or something like that. Why, if they are so confident that Joe Biden is going to win, do they need to lie? Why do they need to put on these absolutely Potemkin shows of support for Biden? Where's the, when they should be able to say, oh, well, this is, you should be able to pick Biden voters off the street.
Correct, propping him up. Now, by the way, when another free-to-air network, and remember there's only 4 of them in the United States, still watched by more people watching cable news, this is still where people are watching and getting their news from, just the same as the 6 p.m. news and the skew that's going on in Queensland right now on the telly. This is what happens when an independent voter asked Donald Trump a question, and I think it was rather obvious from the way that she asked the question, she was not undecided.
Should pre-existing conditions which Obamacare brought to fruition be removed?
No.
Please stop and let me finish my question, sir.
So, of course, because she was an undecided voter who clearly was pissed off with the president and didn't get the answer that she wanted, she was, of course, brought on to the Biden Booster Network.
President Trump taken to task at his town hall over whether he is going to protect pre-existing conditions in his still unannounced health care plan. An undecided voter who suffers from the chronic medical condition sarcoidosis demanded to know if Trump would keep the same insurance protections as Obamacare.
So you see, she's a prop, and then you serve her up as the undecided voter, and then you get a headline that says she's now declared herself to be a Biden supporter. And then, because people can go through your social media record, they were able to work out this is what she had said about Trump before she was selected to even get anywhere near the debate stage, where she called him, well, an effing moron, punk, a villain. Really independent. Corey, the psychological warfare of the establishment is endless, and part of here's the latest poll, skewed towards a Democrat of 500 people, to show a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger margin is about breaking the spirit of those who think, oh, well, if he's going to lose by that much, I'm not going to turn up.
There's a truth to that, but let's remember, Paul, that about this same time, I think at 30 days out, Clinton was at least 14 points behind too on a national poll, and everyone thought that she was going to win. But what you just showed then reminded me of how the ABC treats the Q&A audience, for example. They bring in all these independents who all lean left, ask aggressive questions to the only conservative on the panel. And it's designed to marginalise the person who has the mainstream views. They surround them with other people who have opposing views, and they make them seem like they're in a tiny minority and somehow they're the devil incarnate. But Paul, unlike your other guests tonight, I'm probably the only undecided non-voter in the American election. But I'm going to declare now that if I had a vote, I would vote for Donald Trump, only on the basis that I think it's really creepy that an old man like Joe Biden goes around and sniffs young girls' hair. I just think that's really weird, and that made up my mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm glad. We were worried about where you were before, but he's declared.